What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So I'm going to preface this video by saying everybody knows that betas are exactly that and come with issues and bugs, and not to put these on your primary devices. However, iOS 26 should come with an extra asterisk here symbolizing how behind in beta form that it is. While we're super excited and have a lot of new features and animation and design languages in here, this really shouldn't even be a beta build. I really truly feel that this is more of an alpha build, and Apple just wanted to get this out there for developers to really start reporting on all of the bugs that we've seen. So, as you can tell right off the bat, iOS 26 has a ton of performance and battery issues that should just improve over time. Now, before we get into all the bad and negative stuff here, I do want to show you just how smooth this is, though. You can see some of these new animations for liquid glass, how it just goes and flows over the icons. What Apple did here does look really great when it works. And that is the big kicker and reoccurring theme on this build. Battery life is atrocious. I have had to keep this basically plugged in really all day long. And not only that, if you are somebody like me who likes to use MagSafe power banks, on the back, just a wirelessly charge on the go, the phone is getting so hot consistently that it will not continuously update or really charge until it cools down. And what I'm having to do for that is actually take the power bank off, set it to the side, wait for the phone to cool off, and then it becomes usable again. There have been such a ton of intermittent bugs and glitching through this app. When you actually look through and jump around, you got to be super lucky for it not to actually break on you. It has been really insane just how, it is. I'm shocked, guys. I really just have to say that. I want to show you a couple cool things right here that is really concerning too. And I did a video on this, but if you are in Image Playground, for instance, right, and using any of the Chat GPT styles, it takes a ridiculous amount of time to even get something to populate. This could be by design and not a shortcoming or a bug, but I just want to show you, and I'm only going to put a couple of things here, but it takes a good minute plus to use. And here we go. It actually is not even working for me right now because we've reached our daily limit for Chat GPT styles, but it is taking over a minute plus to generate any imaging. And also, if you are using a free account, this is another good call out that you are restricted to about 3 or 4 image generations a day using the Chat GPT styles. Now, you can obviously go back to Genmoji and create something like that, or the other animation, illustration, or sketch styles, and these do populate very quickly and timely. But while you're doing all this, the phone is warming up substantially. And again, when your phone's getting hot, your battery's draining quicker as well. One of the other neat little UI tweaks I do like that I talked about, anytime you see a button that really kind of stands out on the screen, so if you're FaceTiming somebody, if you're even sending a message, or so for this instance is add emoji, Apple has actually introduced HDR points in these videos. And I'll upload this in HDR so you can see it. But when you click it, it gets super bright utilizing that HDR display, which really looks good. I have to say, for what is in this build, again, when it works really great. Just going into all of this stuff here, it seems to be okay when it works again. Ironically, the piece that has worked the best is this new camera app. It has been very smooth and seamless. You're able to jump around, do what you need in a real timely manner. The one thing I don't like, and again, I think this might get tweaked over time, if you launch the camera app, you cannot quickly flip to the front selfie camera. You see there's quite a second or two delay, thanks to them really kind of tweaking how this shows before you can actually go ahead and get the option to rotate your camera. The performance itself has been very stuttery and really janky when you jump around through apps. Frame rates do drop all the time, and you can kind of see already just how unsmooth it is from what we're coming from. And that says a lot simply because iOS 18.5 was a dumpster fire as well. And speaking of which, I'm very surprised we haven't seen 18.5.1 drop yet. Hopefully that will be coming next week on the 16th, but we're still unsure of that at this time. What we do know for a release date at least, usually we're on a 2-week schedule at this point, so we just received this on Monday the 9th at the WWDC keynote. So I would not expect another beta 1, or excuse me, beta 2 next week. I would expect it closer to the 23rd, and these betas will then run through June, July, and August before the official release in September. So I don't recommend installing this on your daily driver right now just yet, unless you really want your hands on some of these new features. And just look at that overlay and how unscriptedly horrible it is. The accessibility features have been talked about to no extent. It's hard to read notifications sometimes when you have some on lock screens. The overlay, I do think they'll tone down kind of the transparency here. But again, until we actually get those changes in possibly a next beta, you're not going to really be happy and want to deal with this like it is. You can see some of the animations are very smooth though and crisp. I will give it that, but just this overlay on the wrong backgrounds look terrible. I'm going to go ahead and change this one really quick and we can try another one just to show you where it really gets iffy, and look how hard it is to read the time here. If you had a picture here and you had something in white down below, so I'll actually switch back to a picture of my daughter here. I really discovered it on this with other text notifications. You can see where it overlays on a white or lighter color background. It is very hard to read what that says. And again, this is one of the better offerings that I've seen. So definitely would not rush into it. The new UI is clean, but does have a ton of polishing still needed, and it's just not worth it just yet, guys. If you really just want to see how nice this is, watch some videos, or if you have a secondary device, please go for it, but I don't recommend it at this moment in time. And again, really just trying to reaffirm this theory here and theme. This build, whenever Apple releases updates like this, you want a build number that comes close to the beginning of the alphabet. This is all the way down with an N build at the end, which means we are going to have a number of updates come out before this goes public. So stable versions, I really don't think are coming anytime soon, to be honest with you, especially how bad this is feeling. Next month, we have a whole month of beta still coming for June before a public release even comes out. So that should give you another inkling of just how behind this is. And just since we started using this video, this phone has gotten so warm. I'm going to go ahead and get our temperature checker here and get ready for this one. We're talking about 104, 108 degrees. We're over 100, 109 there, all over the phone. Even on past betas that we've done tests on, it doesn't get this hot all over the device. It's kind of secluded to either the top right hand side and the center's fine, but here you go. It is uniformly warm, which in turn will only destroy your battery health even more. So yeah, if you're in a hotter environment, if you are going to be out and about, this might not be the beta to go for just yet. Wait at least till beta 2. You're not missing a ton of stuff, some visual changes, but feature-wise, a lot is going to be the same. Let me know what you think if you've downloaded it. Tell me your comments down below. How has it been for you? How many bugs have you found, and why are you uninstalling it? Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.